Welcome to the Next Up YouTube. This is going to be a quick video, and this is in regard to a Pixel 3 XL that I had that had a battery that's swelling. Now, this is not anything new. If you go on Google and you type in Pixel 3 XL or Pixel 3 battery swelling, you'll see a number of communities and forums talking about this, going as far back as 2019. I see in the most recent post, at least the Google support page I went on. It was talking about it on May 17th of 2020. So I'm not bringing out anything new or like I discovered anything. In fact, I would even say that I'm a little bit behind on this one. But, I'm going to kind of let you know what the deal was with me. So, I have a Pixel 3 XL that I use more like an alarm clock, as well as a way to run Google's beta software. So for me, it's no big deal that if the thing was to stop working tomorrow, I wouldn't have cried about it. Now, I was playing with it the other day and noticed when I was messing with the volume buttons that, the volume buttons wasn't clicking. Now, keep in mind, again, my phone is always in the case, so the volume buttons on the case was actually the problem. It wasn't until I started pushing down on it that I noticed that, this thing's kind of feeling a little mushy. And then, I took the back case off and realized that, the back cover was kind of coming off or coming unglued. Now, at the time, I was thinking maybe just the glue that was coming undone, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll re-glue it later. Didn't think much of it. And then I noticed it kind of was getting worse and worse, and I've been charging it, so on and so on every night, obviously. And I should be honest with you, majority of the time, because again, it's a glorified alarm clock, it mainly stays on the charger. With the only time we taking it off is when my main phone is charging. I'll pop it off and take a look at it while I'm dozing off and going through social media. So as I was going through all that, I started getting a little concerned. So I just Googled Pixel 3 XL and start, okay, is there a possibility that it's having an issue with battery swelling? Sure enough, as soon as I put it in, I saw a number of posts on it. I went to the Google support page, started reading up on it, which I will link below in this YouTube page, and that's where I was seeing that several people was having issues with it. They contacted Google, and Google did a swap with them. And that's literally what I did. I contacted Google. Now, several things they're going to ask you for. For one, they are going to want a picture. And I can understand. They want to make sure you're not trying to, just get one over on them. And the other thing they're going to also want is the IMEI. Now, I did buy this Pixel 3 XL through the Google store, which they didn't care too much about. But as long as you provide those two informations, they're going to ask you, have you been using the standard charger, which I have been. If you wasn't using aftermarket chargers or anything like that, then, after that is done, they're ready to process your RMA. Now, they're going to give you two options. You can either do pretty much like an immediate exchange, or I say immediate, but or a standard exchange. Now, for me, like I said, because it was a glorified alarm clock, I was okay with the standard exchange. And basically, the difference is, one, they'll send you a phone right now, and then once you get your phone, then you can send the bad phone back. That way, like they say, you can have your phone right now and not have to go without it. And the second way is a standard way. Now, if you do the right now one, they're going to put a hold in your credit card. Basically, they want to make sure they're getting the old phone back. But like I said, for me, it was a backup phone, so I was okay with them doing a regular one. Now, the main thing I was really concerned about was the whole battery swelling thing. I definitely want to get that changed out, mainly for a safety issue. And I think this is the main purpose of this video. Now, for a number of Pixel fans, you already probably know about this. This is nothing new. I think this video is going to be more for someone who may be of the older generation. I say that because for a lot of people of that generation, they'll get their sons or their grandchildren's, older phone, especially something like a Pixel or iPhone. For one, Pixels and iPhones, they have legs. It's because for most part, those two manufacturers will continue to update the software, and they run smooth for a long time. As many complaints I've had about, the Pixel 3 XL and 4 XL and Pixel 3 and 4 in my videos, one thing I will say, and I continue to say about Pixel phones, I love that it continues to get better, and you do see that. In fact, my Pixel 3 XL just got updated with the latest Android 12, and I've been running the beta software on it for the entire summer. So again, like I said, for the most part, I've been using it as a quote testing device. And having Android 12 running or ran just as smooth as my Pixel 4 XL. So for someone who have a Pixel 3 or using a Pixel 3 because your grandchildren gave, or grandchild or your child gave it to you, you still got a good phone. And you're pretty much, just recycle that phone and it still have legs. But if you start noticing the battery coming up done or getting loose, don't just tape it up or ignore it. It is a problem, and contact Google and go ahead and get exchanged out. The main thing is to be safe, because there are videos out there, not so much of the Pixel, but of other phones where you have issues with the battery swelling, and it can be a safety issue. That's one of the issues we do have with lithium-ion batteries, that it can be unsafe, and it is why that if you go to a number of shipping places, they ask you, are you shipping a product with lithium-ion batteries? Because it is a concern that it can be flammable. So yes, if you're someone who of the older generation, you got a Pixel 3 XL, you're noticing your battery, or I say 3 XL, but your 3 as well, and you're noticing that the battery or the back plate is a little bit mushy or coming undone, contact Google, get exchanged out, and just be safe. Other than that, that's all I have in this video. Hopefully this helps someone out. The next up, YouTube. I'm out.